If not, that means a whole another kingdom has to come way wickeder than this, man. That's impossible, man. This is as wicked as it gets. Okay? You can't go past this, man. All right? 1/3 of the water is polluted. 1/3 of the water in the world is polluted. How much more wicked can you get, man? Okay? Right? So that's the reason why they took the Apocrypha out, man, because it's exposing who the Edomites are too vividly, man. All right? It's giving it away too much. And the power of these Edomites is secrecy. Their whole thing is to do everything in the dark, all right? This is Psalms 64. Psalm 64. Psalm 64, start at verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, right? Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. All right, that's what these Edomites do, man. All right, they go to their secret meetings, man, and they plot to hide different things, to change different things. All right, you know, to set up propaganda. Okay, that's what they're set up to do. So that's why they took the Apocrypha out of the Bible. All right, and that's why we're such a burden to them, man, because we expose that truth. All right, we expose the truth about these devils, man. Okay, and we teach you Israelites who you are according to the Bible. Okay, and the elites don't like that. All right, that's why they're trying to shut down this internet, you know, cut down net neutrality and all that. All right, because it's affecting them. The fact that they don't have that, they're not able to do that stuff in the darkness anymore, that's affecting them. Okay? But the Most High is going to allow it to come out to the light anyway. All the things that were done aforetime, all of the truth about who people really are is going to come out, man. Alright? Especially in the time of calamity, man. That's when you're going to know the true nature of these people. Alright? These people act like they're all nice and, you know, they're kind Edomites. Nah, man. They're going to show you what's up, man. When they don't have food on the table, they're going to show you what's really good. Okay? You know, all these things are going to come to light. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. And the perfect are the Israelites. The perfect is us. Okay? So these Edomites are getting ready to roll down on you jakes, man. Alright, so let me get on Revelations, the 20th chapter. This is Revelations 20. And verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. All right. So that great dragon, that devil, which is the so-called white man, which is the Edomite. All right. He was bound for 1,000 years, which means he wasn't able to rule for 1,000-year period, man. All right, he was in a low state. Okay, just like right now, the Israelites, we have a chain on us, man. All right, right, we have a chain right now. Okay, but that chain is being broken off, man. All right, but he was bound for 1,000 years, right, by the angel, which was Yahushai. Okay. And cast him into the bottomless pit, which is Europe. The bottomless pit represents Europe. Excuse me. And shut him up and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that he must be loosed a little season. Okay? So it said what? That he should deceive the nations no more. Alright? Because that's the purpose of these Edomites, man. Their purpose is to deceive the nations. Alright? So when he was loose for that little season, what did he do? The first thing he did was deceive the nations. Okay, he brought that false image, right, that they called so-called Jesus Christ. Okay, he brought that false image, right, to deceive the Native Americans, deceive these different land tribes on this side of the earth, to thinking the Lord was a so-called white man. All right, which he's not. He's a so-called black man according to the Bible. All right. As soon as he got into power, that's the first thing he did, man, was deceive the nations. All right? Another thing he did was he changed the names of these different nations, man. Okay? Started to call them what? Chinese, Indian, Ethiopian, all these different names that is not true name given to them by the Most High. The Most High gave them a certain name. All right? He gave them the Ishmaelites, the Elamites, the Edomites, the Israelites, okay, the Hamites. All right? The Most High already gave those names, man. So what did Esau do? He came and said, you know what? We're going to change that. All right? You're going to be called Indian now. You're going to be called Ethiopian. You're going to be called this and that. Black American, man. Jamaican. Haitian. Whatever name they put upon you. Which is not the name that was given to you by the Heavenly Father, man. Which is a false name. But that goes back to his deception, like I was reading, man. Okay? Because there's no other nation that did that, man. Isaiah 25 verse 7. Alright? This is Isaiah 25 verse 7. Alright? And it reads, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations, man, which is talking about that deception. Alright? He put a veil over all nations, man. All right? He deceived them. He taught them that, listen, you're Chinese, you're yellow, you're black, you're red, you're this, you're that. When according to the Bible, those names don't exist, man. All right? Those are not biblical names. The reason he did that, really, the main reason that was done was to not let you know who he was, man. To hide who he was. Okay? Because what he tries to do is hide his true identity, man. That's why he put that red stigma on the so-called Native Americans, which are really Gadites according to the Bible, man. All right? He called them red. They're not red. Their skin is brown, man. Okay? But what about him? His skin is actually red. Going back to Esau. All right? So let me get that. This is because everything that Esau does, all this deception that he does upon the planet, is all to hide his identity, all to hide who he is. Okay? This is Genesis 25, verse 25. Alright? Actually, verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Right? And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. All right? That was the first. That was the progenitor of the Edomite race. Okay? And the first came out red, and they called his name Esau, man, which is Ishashua in the Hebrew, and it means wasted away is he. Okay? Because when Isaac saw him, he saw that his pigmentation was wasted away. Okay? And the fact that he was called red, right, was also based upon his skin color, man. Okay? It was a nomen omen. Okay? Based upon his skin color, also the fact that he ate that red pottage, man. Both of those reasons are the reason why he was called red. Okay? Which is the word Idawam. Alright? You read that again. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau, or Ishashua. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old. Alright? And there's a reason why they didn't mention Jacob's skin color, right? Because Jacob had that melanin, man. He had that brown skin, that regular skin like everyone else on the planet, man, at that time. Okay? So the reason why he said, oh, Esau came out red, right? Because that was a highlight. That was something that was important to establish, man. Okay? He came out different from his brother. All right? Because they weren't identical twins, they were paternal twins. Okay? But the reason why the so-called white man doesn't want to identify himself as being an Edomite or wants to hide his identity from being an Edomite, right, is because, I'll show you, this is Malachi 1 verse 4. Esau is not looked at as a good person in the Bible, man. He's looked at as the enemy, man, as the villain, all right? Malachi 1 verse 4. This is Malachi 1 verse 4. And it reads, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Right? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. Alright? So Esau was hated according to the Bible, man. Alright? And that's the progenitor of the Edomites, man. This is the Most High speaking right now. This is the Heavenly Father, man. The creator of all, man. He's speaking right now. Okay? And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, right? Which is going back to the Byzantine Empire, all right? Because contrary to popular belief, prior to the Renaissance period, so-called black people ruled Europe, man. Okay? The Edomites were in the caves at that time, man. Okay? And that's a prophecy going back into Job the 30th chapter, right? They were at a very low state at that time, at that point in history. Okay? Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but